What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and I recently picked up the Adams Air Cannon car dryer. Prior to buying this, I searched the market and also saw the SGCB Pro car dryer. This product actually looked very similar to the Adams Air Cannon Jr., the smaller version of the full-size Air Cannon that I bought. Maybe this is a case of multiple brands buying from the same manufacturer, slapping their own sticker on the product, and reselling under their name. That's a pretty common practice, so I didn't think anything of it. But what's really interesting about the SGCB is that although it is smaller in size, it is advertised to have a more powerful motor that outputs more air than even the full-size Air Cannon while costing less. This is what made me very interested in trying this product, so I had to pick it up and see how it performs. Let's first look at the product itself. The SGCB car dryer comes in a fairly compact size. This is definitely the smallest dryer that I've showcased on this channel. I personally like the smaller size because it's just easier to maneuver and work with. However, one complaint that I have with the design is the wheels. We do get 4 rolling wheels with this product, but none of them lock. This is just from personal experience, but I found that I don't like it when the dryer rolls around as I try to dry a car. Having locking wheels solved this problem, and I miss having that option with the SGCB. Included with the dryer, we get a self-expanding and retracting hose. The length of the hose is really dependent on the power setting selected. When the dryer is outputting maximum power, the hose gets fully stretched, and SGCB lists this at 5 meters or 16.4 feet. Along with the hose, we also get 2 hose nozzles. The nozzles and hose are held in place by a twist lock design. On the top carry handle are the O-ring controls for the dryer. We first have an adjustable knob, and this changes the output of air. I always appreciate having a fully adjustable knob like this rather than just an on-off switch. For more delicate surfaces, I don't want to blast it with max power, so the adjustable knob and lower power setting is really useful. Then on large surfaces like the hood, I can crank it up to max and get the water off as fast as possible. I should mention that this dryer does blow warm filtered air, and this is actually the first dryer that I've tried that allows the users to adjust the temperature. This is done by pressing the switch below the output control knob. When left in the middle, the blower just blows cool air. When the top setting is selected, we get warm air. When the bottom setting is selected, we get even warmer air. So this is essentially a high-low option when it comes to warm air. However, I've noticed that even at the high setting, this dryer doesn't output the warmest of air, so in my opinion, the low setting is almost useless. If I want warm air, I always select the high setting. Since we are looking at a car dryer, we have to talk about performance. This SGCB dryer is advertised to have a 5 horsepower motor and outputs 290 CFM or cubic feet per minute of air and 61,000 FPM or feet per minute of air. These numbers are very high considering the size and price of the SGCB. However, I want to note that these numbers are inconsistent. The numbers range depending on where you look at the product listing. From Amazon to the various SGCB official sites to the manual that comes with the dryer, the CFM and FPM are listed differently, sometimes even when you scroll from the top to bottom of the same product page. The only thing that stays consistent is the 5 horsepower motor, so that's what I want to focus on. From my experience with multiple car blow dryers, I would say that there's no way that the SGCB outputs as much air as I'd expect from something with a 5 horsepower motor. It doesn't output as much as the Adams Air Cannon, which is advertised at 3.2 horsepower, and definitely not as much as the Holman dryer that's advertised at 4.2 horsepower. I've never tried the Adams Air Cannon Jr., but that's the one that the SGCB most look like, and the Air Cannon Jr. is advertised to have a 2.1 horsepower motor. From the performance that I get with the SGCB, 2.1 horsepower is a lot more believable than 5 horsepower. Maybe this is a case of crank versus wheel horsepower, and SGCB did some sort of testing that got 5 horsepower, but the end results sure does not show that. Let's put it this way, I started looking for a dedicated car blow dryer because I was using this cheap leaf blower and it didn't perform very well. But surprisingly, after I coated my Supra with Adams Graphene ceramic coating, the leaf blower was able to blow water from one side of the hood clear across to the other without me having to walk around and reposition myself too much. The SGCB, on the other hand, with its supposed 5 horsepower, performed nowhere near as good as the cheap leaf blower. I constantly had to move around to completely clear water off of my hood. This was very disappointing. Because of its poor performance and the manufacturer's sketchy advertising, I would personally say that the SGCB Pro Card Dryer is not worth it. At least it's not worth the around $200 price that SGCB is trying to sell it for. I think if you're interested in this product, wait around for a sale. If you can't do that, consider the Adams Air Cannon Jr., which consistently goes on sale and is usually cheaper than the SGCB. I'll leave links down in the description below in case you're interested in anything that I've mentioned. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around, comment down below with any thoughts or questions that you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. If you'd like to further support my work, check out my Patreon and the other ways to contribute down in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.